Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, the most delectable Chupacabra man, and we're back for some more slime ranching action here today, playing out in the Indigo Quarry, the site of some former mining expedition that probably went bankrupt after a little while. And yeah, we're gonna continue our romp through Slime Rancher, making all sorts of crazy creations, farming slimes and getting their poops to become rich and famous. I don't know, that's normally how one becomes rich and famous, unless you're like a porn star that does a lot of scat-related stuff. Yeah. Probably best not to think about it too hard. Wait, what the heck? Hold on. What's going on here? So basically, while you guys were gone, I came back over here to where that rock Gordo was, who was just relaxing in here, and underneath of him was a teleporter. I thought this was going to be a teleporter back home. It turns out this teleporter goes somewhere else. So now that I go through the teleporter, it takes me out on this island. Okay, that's definitely not where I thought this would lead me, but that explains how one gets to one of these islands. Okay. These are flowers that are literally made of fire. This is not a lava pit, but a pit of lava flowers. All right. I mean, you got me there, Monomi Park, the people that make this game. I was not expecting flowers made of fire, so, well, we're off to a great start exploring and doing the stuff with the things, which is my favorite. It looks like this is the primary biome for the boom slimes. Not necessarily my, ooh, hello, you're new. You're mine now. I found a crystal slime, so that's that slime plort that we were looking at before. And what are these things all about? These are crystal slime. It appears as shiny, transparent rocks that these slimes are dangerous. Alright, so its diet is veggies. They're the ones that eat that really weird onion that I found before and tried to bribe the onion not to take over my slime ranch while I was asleep. Let's have a drink of my wine here while I relax here tonight, and let's see what this says. Slimeology. Believed to be a cousin of the rock slime, the crystal slime is covered in a crown of shimmering crystal spikes. These spikes seem to form from the crystal slime, generating a tremendous amount of internal heat and warping the minerals around them. So they're kind of like a diamond slime, almost. So I guess they stabbed me in the face real good. So they'll hurt me if I touch them. And their plorts, though the crystals produced by a crystal slime are highly unstable, a crystal plort, like all plorts, is far more pure and can be used by slime scientists to engineer a variety of metals that are completely transparent. This innovation has led to metropolitan areas on Earth completely transforming visually, allowing more light to reach the streets and the space as a whole a chance to breathe. Alright, that's kind of neat. I guess we'll load up, since there's a bunch of them here, and they are super valuable. Doesn't look like they have any particularly crazy requirements for food or environment, which is nice. I'm used to a lot of these crazy looking slimes doing weird stuff when you finally get them into a pen. And it looks like when they explode, actually, I'm gonna dump this slime, this rad slime over here. I don't really want to need it back at base. I got enough of those. So these things live off of weird onions. Are there any weird onion patches in here that haven't already been pilfered today by gallivanting slime monsters? It looks like the answer is no. I'm wondering if this is a nest for a new type of chicken. Because that's the important stuff right there. You gotta get that finger-licking good chicken. I know recently where I live, we've had a couple of new chicken restaurants open up. Well, they're the same restaurant, but they're two locations. Raisin Cane's chicken tenders. or chicken fingers, as it's called. I am relatively unfamiliar with the brand. I live in Colorado, which is a part of, I believe we're technically part of the Southwest, but that's definitely new to me. Okay, so here's another treasure pod. So I've looked up how to open these. Basically, we need special science that we have to research later, so I'll get around to that at some point later. I don't need a rad slime. Get out of here, you. I want all of these delicious crystal slimes. Yes, my children. Come, join Larry. I will kidnap you away to my slime spa, where all manner of wonderful thing will probably occur to you, and I'll make all the dollars. All of the slime rancher bucks that I so live for and crave. Let's see, I don't really need these carrots. It's interesting that a lot of these boxes have rock slime in them, but I guess rock slime are probably just the most common form of slime. And these are just regular chickadoos. I don't know if these turn into a special variety of chicken. We got some more crystal slimes, more... Wait a minute, this looks like a fancy teleportation ring. Is this possibly ancient technology that I've been looking for? As if I too am one of those conspiracy theorists obsessed with ancient astronaut theorems? Probably not, but it's always kind of cool. So there's like a stone ring here. I can't tell if that's supposed to do anything or not. There is a new type of Gordo over there too, a crystal Gordo. That's just a regular hen, not what I'm looking for. But I could swear that looking in some of the trailers for this game, and looking at some of the branding material since it's been in early access, I could swear there's like some ancient civilization that was based around the slimes and slime ranching like a bajillion years ago. I could be wrong, I could just be hoping for something that doesn't exist, but you know, I'd like to think that that's some cool swanky shenanigans. So we got another Gordo here. He likes those odd onions. I don't have a supply of them yet, so he's just gonna have to wait. I don't know. Onions of weird varieties can be tasty, from what I know and what I've tried. Different crossbreeds of onions especially have their own unique taste that they are bred for. Odd onions, I don't know. Could taste like that game Oddworld. Oddworld, of course, was that title where all of like the slave labor at a food factory was going to be converted into the next type of food. So one of the slave labor, Odd himself, was becoming their savior and trying to get them all out of harm's way before they could be converted into delicious food. I only played a little bit of that game. A friend of mine growing up had it. It was not a favorite of mine. I think it was a little bit for a little bit older audience than I was at the time, but you know, c'est la vie, c'est la vu. Hey, I got another mail from Casey. Oh, Casey Neistat. You and I should hang out sometime. It was here that I knew I had to leave once again. I had spent the entire day exploring, trying to find my way to this island. And though I spent the rest of the night walking along the shore in the soft glow of these fire flowers, I caught myself looking up again and again. Once more, I was looking to the stars. H. Yeah, that's a recurring theme in a lot of games and books, is like the urge to explore and to be a free spirit embodied by the very stars themselves, which is very romantic. Believe me, I've thought about stuff like that myself from time to time. I don't know. Like, exploring the world seems nice, but I'm the kind of guy that eventually likes to return to home base and just kind of relax amongst the creature comforts of home. So we come back out over here. I'm gonna head back to base now that we got some cool crystal slimes. And I am going to purge out all of the rock slimes that I have because I feel like they have pretty much served their purpose at this stage. We've now moved on to, like, Rock Slime 2.0, which is the crystal slimes. I feel like that's what happens every time, like, the latest generation of iPhone comes out, is there's, like, a very not-so-subtle purging of all of the old technology that everyone had. Eventually, these devices are gonna have like a pseudo form of sentience, and they're gonna be super bummed out like every time the new version of themselves comes out, because it's basically gonna become like a giant purging of sorts, where everybody dumps it all into the landfill. It'll be like the thing that every latest technology eventually fears from its its successors. It reminds me a lot of, well, I can't remember the name of the game, or not the game, the movie now. It was like AI artificial intelligence, where it was about these parents that believed that their son was never gonna wake up, so they went out and got a replacement artificial robot son, and then he woke up and then they kind of abandoned him on the edge of the city, because I guess they had like a certain amount of personhood, so you couldn't just dump them in the garbage or return them to the company. And eventually there was like people that believed that robots weren't people and that God's plan was for, you know, just regular humans. It was a crazy movie and I liked it, but it kind of makes you think. Especially nowadays when people like Google and Facebook and Twitter, in order to power their advertising platform, all engage in artificial intelligence related stuff. So where's that weird looking onion? Okay, is the onion gone? The onion might have despawned, which is not great, but I know where to get more, so that's not the worst thing, alright. We'll have to wait for that one then. I'm gonna collect up all my mint mango. These delicious minty fruits that look an awful lot like a mango, patent pending. I suppose there's a lot of money to be had in selling exotic fruits and vegetables from other planets. Like, I would imagine so. Don't necessarily quote me on that by any means. So we'll just feed in a bunch of these. We'll finish cross-breeding these rad slimes with the honey slimes, and my freakish menagerie will be nearly complete. Excellent. So I'll let that collect up all their plorts. Do I need to do anything with this? The chickens seem fine, right? They're chickens? I don't know. I don't need any more of these. These can all go in there as well. How is my crops doing? This is still growing just fine. This one I don't need anymore. I can just dump this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's just, let's purge the heart. Well, did I finish killing that other Gordo, or like splitting it? I can't remember before I left earlier. It's possible. I think it's entirely possible. Keep collecting. No one told you to stop. Suction beam. There we go. Give me all of your magnificent poops. So that's all the rad plorts. Probably a good thing that the rad plorts... What is going on over here? Look, gentlemen, you need to stop trying to escape. I'm gonna put an air net on this thing, because you guys can't behave. I'll do that in a sec, though. And I'm gonna start feeding you as soon as I get some onions, alright, my sweet and evil children? It looks like their AI does actively start to try to escape after a bit, so that's... I guess that's cool. I mean, it gives me the reason to bother buying more upgrades for everything. It certainly does. Alright, so I got buku bucks now. I don't really need this orca fruit, so you guys can just eat all that. And then let's buy a roof for this, because I don't trust any of you. Let's put in an air net, and then let's put in a plort collector, because these things are probably ultra dangerous, like, will beat your face in dangerous. Like, they literally spawn giant murder spines from the ground. I really don't know what you think you're gonna do inside this pen with these horrifying beasties. So with that in mind, I guess we've got a couple pieces of fruit and rad plorts in the corner here. I guess one of these zones is the one that has the slime laboratory in them. I think it might be this one. No, it's this one over here. The one with the barn. How much does the one with the barn cost? Probably a lot, I would guess. Like a whole bunch. So let's have a little peek-see over here and see how much this is gonna cost us. I mean, I'm not exactly hurting for cash, like I could... Oh, 10 grand, yeah, alright, that's gonna be a little while before that happens. I can't even, like, fly around to the edge. And it kinda looks like an old aircraft hangar over there. Which it might have been, you know, when they first started settling this continent, or this planet, that might have been one of the original hangars where people would land and do stuff. Alright, well, there's no time like the present to go grab more stuff. I guess I could speed up production of this food by putting in a sprinkler and some nutrient-rich soil. And then what does the scare slime do? It's stuffed tar model designed to keep away wandering slimes from your crops. Simple but terrifying. Wouldn't you just build, like, I don't know, a fence around it that repulses slimes like this other fence, just inverted? That's what I would imagine you'd do, but I guess I'm new to the whole slime ranching business, so don't quote me on any of this. I'll put in a sprinkler over here to keep things growing nice and quick. And I guess we're just gonna have to go back out into the wilderness and start scavenging up some more poops. Alright, well, I mean, it was cool that we got to see that new area, at least, so I guess I'll leave that off for this episode. But yeah, so I hope everyone's enjoying Slime Rancher so far. If you've got some tips and tricks you want to share with me, feel free. This game is pretty linear, so if you don't want to spoil anything, I would completely understand. I've been really enjoying all the different components. And I'm a big boy, I can look stuff up as I explore, so if I decide to wait off till later, I always can. So until next time, I've been your host, Larry. This has been Slime Rancher. Have a good one, everybody, and toodles.